Hola amores, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here or still being here even though I don't post, but it's fine. We're gonna start posting now.
I'm here, so
yeah, exactly. My friend over here is Shy. All her info is gonna be linked down below, and thank you for her for, you know, bringing in all you guys of you subs. Hi guys, welcome from her channel. It's nice to meet y'all. But so we actually did another video on her, Never Have I Ever, and we were taking.
It got very juicy.
It did. It got super juicy. A little too juicy, honestly. A little too juicy. A little bit, but you know,
it's fine.
It's fine because it made us drink.
Well, it made her drink. Now I'm gonna start drinking.
Yeah. So, because I'm starting to get a little tipsy on. Anyway, you guys are around that.
A little lit, scary time.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about maybe, you know, one of us has seen a ghost. Maybe one of us has seen a Llorona. You gotta keep watching to find out.
My first.
Are you drunk? From the lemonade?
Oh, I have two experiences, but I'll talk for my first one. So this is probably like the creepiest one, and it happened when I was younger, but the weird thing is that when it happened, I didn't like really understand what was going on. So I was like scared, but not like as scared as I should have been. You know what I'm saying? If that shit happened now, I probably would have passed out. Honestly, like I think I'd be like
R.I.P.
out, gone. So I remember I was with my cousins at my aunt's old house, and she used to live in Talon, Connecticut, and anyone who knows Talon, Connecticut, it's very woodsy. It's very like, she lived literally in the middle of like the forest. Like all you saw was wood. She had bears there, coyotes, like it was very, very woodsy. It was kind of like Cabin in the Woods, like that type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? So she had a big beautiful house there. And I remember I was there with my cousins, but they didn't want me to like play with them. They were like kind of down, like she had 2 levels, and then she had like kind of like a little spiral staircase, and on the first level they were just like listening to music and dancing, and like there was a little spiral staircase, and like you could, I was sitting on the top of the top. Okay, I was sitting on the top of the spiral staircase, and when you looked all the way, when you looked to the left, when you looked to the left, so she had the spiral staircase, and when you looked to the left, there was a long hallway, and down the long hallway was the bathroom, and the bathroom door was wide open, so it's like just like a complete long hallway, the bathroom, and then there was a metal bathtub like right against the wall. So I remember I was sitting on the top of the staircase, and I looked down the long hallway for some reason, I don't know why, and the bathroom door was open, and I saw the tub. My aunt had like this big metal yellow tub, and I just saw like 2 gray figures. And I don't know why at the time I thought it was like one of my uncles, but he's alive, so I literally don't know why I thought it was him. I think I was just scared of him, so I just thought of like
it's just gotta be him.
Yeah.
Their spirit, it's gotta be him.
Yeah, but I now like thinking back on it, I don't think it was really, I think it was just my mind, like I don't know. I know there was 2 figures there, but like who I thought it was, because I was younger, I was like, oh, it's my uncle, and they're like, he is not here, and he is not staying in the bathtub, so like what'd
you say?
Yeah. But it was like 2 people, but I don't remember, like I can't really recognize the second one. It was just that one.
Was it just more like just a figure, or
yeah,
like
it was just like 2 figures. And I think it was my uncle too, because I think like they didn't have hair, so I just kind of assumed, I was so little that my uncle was bald. I think I just assumed that it was my uncle because he's bald.
Okay. Makes sense.
So I just remember looking down, and I seen these 2 like gray, like weird figures, and then I just kept staring at them. Like I was confused, scared, and like confused, but I didn't really understand. So it's just like, what the fuck is happening? And yeah, but it was like, it was fast, but it was like slow, if that made sense. You know what I'm saying? So then all of a sudden these figures start like it was like kind of in slow-mo, but not really. I don't don't know, I was little, but I just remember these figures started like coming, like walking out of the bathtub, and that's when I just like booked, and I was like, nope, Jesus is telling me this isn't right.
Oh my gosh, it started coming out of what?
Yeah, I started walking, like it started literally, I was like about to walk out the bathtub. So I ran downstairs, I told my cousin, and the creepy thing is that I told my mom, I told my aunts and stuff, and my cousin who actually lived in that house, like she had a whole bunch of paranormal experiences in that house, but she basically saw the same exact thing like a different day. She didn't see 2 shadows, she saw 1. But she saw like a gray figure standing in the bathtub, like the same exact kind of experience, like down that long creepy ass hallway. It was just weird, and we found out that we basically saw like the same thing, except I saw 2 figures, but we figured out that we saw basically the same thing like a couple years later, because like, you know, we were younger. But it was weird because like my mom was like, yeah, I remember Cheyenne like telling me that, and then my aunt was like, I remember Sammy telling me that, and we kind of just like realized that we like kind of
both saw the same thing.
Yeah, it was weird.
Does that mean it's real and it happened?
I don't know. That house was weird. The house was creepy for sure, for sure.
Damn.
Well, on to the next. It's like
anyway, so my story. So so my family has vacation houses, and like in one of them, I was cleaning it that day. So I went to go clean it, and I go inside the bathroom, and so I'm gonna go put up a towel and stuff. And you know how like when you go into the bathroom and like on your left is usually like a little medicine cabinet thing. So I'm like turning, and then all of a sudden I just see like a black figure, like, but it's like.
How old are you?
This was like months ago.
I need to go.
Like 9
Bitch, I need to go.
or a year ago.
I need to get out of your house.
No, good thing I had it in my house. I'm gonna sage after we're done.
Yeah. So you saw a black shadow?
Yeah, but it wasn't even like a shadow. Like it was literally like a figure. Like I can like, it was like literally someone wearing like a black dress. Like, you know, the woman in black type of thing. Like that's literally exactly what I saw. And so in my head I'm like,
So it was like an old lady?
I didn't see the face because I was too scared. But so like I looked at the medicine cabinet, and then I literally just like saw like that figure, like, but it was like something covering, like they didn't have like features in their face. It was like kind of literally like shit covering their face. And so literally it was just, I flipped and I was like, I walked out and I went to go get my grandma. I was like, Grandma, can you help me put up these towels please, because I can't go in there right now. And
you're a G for not telling her. I would have started screaming. I would have started crying.
I didn't want it to know that I knew that it was real. I was just like,
you're like, okay, if I don't believe, it's not there.
I was just like, what? I look pretty today. I gotta go.
You're like, nah, let me get that.
I was like, okay. I left. So that was like my scariest one, because I like, at first I was like, okay, maybe I'm imagining it, and maybe I'm like, because usually when I watch like creepy stuff, it's like when weird stuff starts happening to me. But then, no, like there was like no question about it. Like at all.
Okay.
So.
Oh, also tell us in the comments, who do you think won? Like who do you think had like the creepiest experiences?
Oh yes, please.
I feel like so far you're kind of winning. I don't know though. Who knows?
I'm
That's
gonna
like
have
weird.
A bunch.
I don't have that many creepy experiences because I'm also very like oblivious to life. Like literally a ghost, I probably could have had ghosts around me so many times and I would have just been like, I'm also blind. And I don't wear my glasses a lot, so I don't even see them.
Like a ghost.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, hey mom, going upstairs, and it's just like not my mom.
It's a whole ass ghost. Like
it's a whole ass old lady there.
I'm
like,
not scaring you. Like really, trying her its best. And not scaring you.
Okay, so my second story is, so my uncle lives in Vernon, Connecticut. Connecticut is also known for just being really weird and haunted. There's like the haunting in Connecticut, there's the Warden family, there's the Annabelle doll, there's just a lot that goes on in Connecticut, okay?
Bad vibes all around.
Bad vibes. So my uncle lives in this house in Vernon, and my cousin at the time was having a sleepover. Again, I was younger, but not as young as the first story. The first story I was maybe like 7, 8, and this story I think I was maybe like, I had my first boyfriend, so maybe like 13, 14.
Oh.
So I was younger, but not that young. Maybe 14, 15. No, 13, 14.
13, 14.
Yeah. So, my cousin was having like this birthday party sleepover type of thing with all of like the girl cousins. And we all went there to stay over. I've never stayed over my uncle's house before just because his house always creeped me out. And he was just hella strict. And I was like, Mom, I'm just not staying over there, like, ever. Anyways. No. But I stood over there that one time because my cousin, it was her birthday party. So we stood over. We all went to bed. It was fine. Good time. Good. We were all chilling. I remember waking up at like, I think it was like 12 or 1. It was really, really late. I'm sorry, this lemonade. So it was like 12 or 1, and I remember waking up. My uncle had like a theater room, so he had these 2 French doors. You would like, okay, so when you walk into his house, on the left there'll be like 2 French doors, and then it'll be like a theater room. So he had like this big couch with a little like reclinable chair, and then like a big ass TV. So I was on the little reclinable chair all the way at the end, right next to the 2 big French doors. So I don't know if that made sense, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. So I woke up at like 12 or 1 at night. I think it was like, maybe it might have been 1 or 2. It was like late.
Or 3, spooky.
Or 3, I don't remember the time. It was late. I know it was late. So I woke up, and my uncle's like big TV or whatever, it was like that blue fuzziness, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Which is already weird, because in every scary movie there's that fuzziness. So I was like, oh no, and I was like listening to this fuzz, and I was like looking at the TV, and I was like, just go back to bed, Shy, like, no, it's nothing, go back to bed, it's fine. And I don't know why, but I already had like an eerie feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just feel like something isn't
right.
So I had an eerie feeling already, but I was like, whatever, just go back to bed, ignore it. But I couldn't ignore it. So like after a while, I started hearing my uncle had these long hallways, I swear. My uncle had a long ass hall, like, cause he had like 6 or 7 bedrooms upstairs, so the hallway was pretty long, and I just heard footsteps going back and forth across this hallway for like, I mean, it felt like 20 minutes. It was maybe like 5 or 10 minutes, but it was like a long ass time, and I was like, who is walking back and forth? At first I thought it was like someone like sleepwalking, but I was like, yeah, even though that's weird. But but like everyone was like in front of me. My uncle, like, my uncle's a big man. If it was him, I wouldn't know, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, what, like, who is this, like, you know, like, just like what is happening right now? So I started freaking out, and there was 2 French doors, like I said, but they were wide open, so I could hear everything crystal clear because I was near like the staircase. He had like a long staircase that went all the way down. So I'm hearing these footsteps, and then all of a sudden I start hearing the steps come down the stairs. Now, mind you, I'm like on the reclinable chair. Okay, this is me on the reclinable chair. You're the steps. Okay, so this is me in my chair. The French doors are like right there, and then the steps, but they're pushed out, and I'm just looking at the steps like like waiting for something to walk
come down, like.
So I start hearing these footsteps, but they were like slow. They were like boom, boom. You know, like a little.
They were playing with you.
And I swear, before, because my uncle, he had like a long staircase. Before I could even like, because it was like covered and then shown, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Before I could even like see a figure or anything, I woke everyone up. I started screaming. I told everyone to get up. I was like, I turned on all the lights.
You all get sleep. Y'all get sleep because of me.
And from that Bad Girls Club, yeah, let's talk about. That was literally me. I told everyone, I was like, get your ass up. I hear footsteps. This, like, who is this? I was going berserk. I didn't care. I woke everyone up, everyone. And everyone got up. We all stood up like really late, to like 5 in the morning, until I fell asleep, and then I didn't care what anyone else did, because, you know. But I was like, I'm not staying up by myself. Like, screw this. I needed the sun to be up before I fell asleep. And then the next day, I told my uncle what happened, and he basically was just like that a lady died in that house before they brought it, and that that there's a lady, like a spirit there, that like one of my cousins went upstairs and I guess they saw her, like they ran upstairs to the bathroom and they saw a figure, like a lady, and then they ran back downstairs and were like, who's that lady upstairs? And my uncle was like, no one's here.
Oh.
Yeah. And my uncle told me that like when he
should have a disclaimer as soon as you enter the door, there's a ghost in here.
Yeah. And my uncle was...
Say less.
Yeah, I would have never stood over, please. I don't care. I love you, cuz, but not that much. I was like, I do love you, but no. And he told me that sometimes when he does go downstairs, sometimes in the middle of the night to get water or something, that he'll see like a shadow like sitting at the bottom of the stairs. I promise you, if I would have saw a shadow come down those stairs,
I would have thrown a chancleta at it.
I probably would have died. I don't even think I would have been here right now because I think my soul literally would have left my body.
Okay, yeah.
Like I think I would have been like,
I would have just left
dead.
In my car. I mean, I would have gotten in
that
the car.
was really, really like weird, very creepy. Like if I know there's a spirit in someone's house or if it's like I won't step foot into it. I believe very much into spirits. I don't like putting myself in those positions.
Nope. Period. Okay, well, so our last story is my last story. It's in Celebration. If you guys live in Florida, then you already know that there's a lot of like Celebration is really old. So like a lot of people say that it's haunted and there's a lot of like spirits and like a lot of stuff like that. So it was during Christmas last year, and me and my friends were driving around, you know, seeing the lights and all this stuff. And we drive by like the little clubhouse thing that they have, and it's all pretty much glass. We walk by it, we drive by it, and then I see a little boy, like literally just like kind of like walking a little bit faster, but not running. So he's just like going like slowly like this, and then he disappears. And I'm like, it's like 12. There's no possible way like that a child is gonna be in there. So I didn't tell anybody because I was just like, my friend doesn't like ghosts and stuff like that, so I wasn't like gonna like test her life at that moment. So I was like, okay, you know what, never mind, it's okay. And I'm pretty sure it was like Christmas Day, so I was like, you know what, it's fine, like we'll figure this out tomorrow. But like, so I double checked like what time they close. I called the place and all this stuff, and I was just like, okay, no one's here. So I went there the next day because I was like, I need to find out, I need to figure this shit out. So I went the exact same time. And I looked around everywhere. I knocked on the door. I literally like tried to see if like for any reason there would be a child in there. There would be no reason for a child to be in there. And like the craziest part is I literally like, I remember like kind of like his face, like his outfit that he was wearing and all that stuff. And so just like, but there was no reason for a child to be there. And like there was nobody else around there. Like it was closed. Like it was late. It was 12. Like there was just no reason. So I don't know. That to me still sticks in my mind. And I'll whatever.
That place you said was haunted? Like did people like die there and stuff?
Yeah, it's really old. It's like one of like it's a really old community in Celebration, and like for example workers, the people that like work around Celebration, they always say that. They always say that they see spirits, that they see like a bunch of stuff there. So
could not be me. Could not.
I would quit.
I'm
2 week notice? Nah. 24-hour notice.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm just confused as to why you went back after you thought you saw something.
Because I needed to make sure that I wasn't going crazy.
What if it was really just like a little boy stuck there by himself? Would you have adopted him?
Adopted him? No, I thought he was a ghost. He probably has parents. I'm okay. No. He'll forever be a ghost in my head. But no.
No, that sounds
like in my
ghost,
head,
like...
I'm like, that's a ghost.
Sometimes you just know. If you just like disappeared, I mean.
Yeah, bro. Like literally, just like went and looped around, and that's it. And like the whole, that's what I'm saying. The whole thing was glass. So like I would have seen him if he went like through the hallway, or like if he would have went like to the right or something. Like he literally just went like this. There was a little like column here. Disappeared. Gone. I was like,
no. See, she's brave. I would not have even gone back. And I would have been like, I would have told my friend and be like, bitch, you gotta go. I maybe wouldn't have said like what I saw. I would have just been like, we gotta go now. Let's go.
We were already leaving, which was the craziest, but that's why I was just like, okay. And then I let one of my other friends know, because she likes all this stuff. So I let her know. I was like, hey, so I saw this. And she was like, no way. And I was like, yeah. Yep.
See, I love scary stories. I love scariness. I like ghosts, like, from afar. I don't like to be put in that position.
Please, not in my life. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I like to watch it. Please. I like to go to the movies and watch that. Maybe go to a haunted house or like a Fright Fest here and there for Halloween. But I don't want to be in that position. Like, actual paranormal activity, I can't handle it. I think I'd have a heart attack and die.
No. I could not. It was terrible. But exactly, on that note. Anyway, just like she said, comment down below who you think won. And also if you guys would like to see a part 2, because I have a lot of other stories, family stories, that I could probably share with you guys. So just let me know if you would like to see that. And again, I'll link all of Shy's information down in the description box. And make sure to watch her channel, which is kind of my part 1 for sure, on why she lit at this point right now. Even if you can't tell. But I am, trust. Anyway. So just let me know. And thank you for watching. I'll be uploading more. I promise. But, so have a great night, guys. Bye, amores.
What is amores?
My loves.
Oh, okay.
Ciao, amores.
Ciao.